Okay, so back to our data recovery job on that 4 terabyte hard drive. So I'm currently, I connected the drive to the recovery system, and currently the drive is being analyzed, deeply analyzed by the system, by the expert system, and will actually provide me a report which actually looks like a very good that is accessible to 92%, which is perfect. Algorithm optimized load. Yeah, so all heads are 100% working. No degradation, actually surprising, because the drive actually hit the floor. Probably hit the floor on a carpet. If it was hitting the floor on an actual hard surface, I doubt if the drive would have been in that state. The drive is not in a bad state at all. So I'm going to run attempted recovery now with the connected hardware. We have a special hardware that helps in this data recovery and actually circumvent the machine, the computer. It's not connected to a computer, it is connected to this device, and helps me get out whatever the data is on the drive, actually circumventing whatever issues. So based on initial diagnosis that I've shown in the last video, it was possible to get, I saw that there's a good chance of getting the data, and with that actually analysis, I have 92% of the data accessible. So that's not bad at all. Okay, so I'm going to start a recovery. This is a long process. So I'm going to start the recovery and update as soon as I have something else to show. Thank you. Okay, so as we can see, it identified the partition on the drive, and I'm actually asking now for it to scan the partition. It's going to do that in a balanced manner, so it's not going to aggressively, not in the first round, aggressively goes against the data, because I don't want that. I definitely don't want that thing to die on me during the recovery. But this is what it's doing right now. So, yep. Okay, so I found some data. Let me see what I can get out of that. Okay, is actually coming through with some corrupt data, and I can actually go and find some information. GoPro driving footage, so there is some GoPro data, show phone pics, video footage, deleted. Yeah, these files are not so I'm gonna now look at the client information to see what exactly the client asked me to get out of the drive, but you know, I can see that there's some a lot of files. We can now actually see that there's the status is, see if I can open file, see if it's actually coming up as a normal file. Sure hope so. That's a huge, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. The files are recoverable. There's no status, but it seems to be working. So I'm gonna look at what the client asks for recovery, and I'm gonna simply copy that data and start recovering. I have a drive that the client provided for me to start extracting, and that's it for now. That's a rather easy job. Well, not so easy, but okay, so I'm gonna return with the results later on. Thank you. Okay, so we are basically 17 hours after the initial imaging scan process begins. So basically that's a very long time to process. However, just as for information sake, this is how long these processes normally take. That's why data recovery projects are very expensive normally. It takes a long time occupying the bench for recovery, and it preventing normally to take other cases. So these processes are long. We need to constantly monitor to see that the drive hasn't failed during the process, and if it failed, to reattempt. So it is an engaging process, a long one, and that's why data recovery normally is an expensive to the client side. However, back to this particular case, after 17 hours, I think we have a very good success rate on this particular recovery. Even though it did initially stated that the heads were all 100%, during the night it did show degradation on head 0, which is very much corresponding with the inability of the drive to read from to actually boot and read from the partition. So basically during that process we imaged the bad drive into a good working drive, and now I can run the actual recovery process from that good drive. And the reason for that is the bad drive can actually stop working any moment. It is degraded, it's not, it has bad sectors, and it cannot be read by a normal computer, and these drives are not curing themselves, they actually degrade with time. So the sooner I can actually get the drive to recover data out of it, the better it is. So we do that through basically imaging, copying the drive bit by bit into a normal drive to a specialized hardware device. The computer, the actual computer, a PC, has nothing to do with the work. And once this is done, we are now able to see which files are possible recovery, good recovery, or not recoverable at all. And with this, I can actually go back to the client and approve the work. In any case, with that particular recovery, after 17 hours and several corrections I've done throughout the scan, we are done with the scan, and I've produced, I have a good working image of the drive here. And I have a report that the client can actually take, basically 99% success on recovery. And I'm gonna call the client now and inform him about how this went, and ask the client, to come and pick up his data, basically, once I finish copying. So thank you. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to produce more videos for data recovery and repairs. So yeah, thank you.